Hello, Cherries, and welcome to Live Cherry Sunday, Special Monday, episode 196. And in today's video, I'm going to show you a blues trick that all the masters use. And it's really, really cool. And it's basically just incorporating a slide from the minor third into the major third while using the minor pentatonic scale. And it's a really, really cool one. And I'll show you, I'll give you a little example of it. First, I want to say just hello real quick to my friend Clarence here in the chat. Hello, Cherry from Texas. So glad I had a chance for a Monday live stream. Have to work on Sundays, cannot make it. Usually we do Sunday, but I was on a small tour and I came back yesterday and couldn't do it. So here we are today doing it. Thank you very much, Clarence. So I have a little loop that I created here on my RC5 looper from Boss. And it's basically just a E chord, E dominant jam chord. So check this out right here. Simple E7 chord. A little example here. A little delay. So if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I usually go live every Sunday, unless I have to do it on Monday, which we are today. So, pretty cool little trick here. And what I'm doing is I'm going through the 5 pentatonic shapes, and I'm also matching the C.A.G.E.D system, dominant 7 chords of the C.A.G.E.D system. So that's really the trick here. It's not just as simple as just adding the third, which it is. It's also playing it in all different 5 positions here. So, guitar bass dude, hello. Good to see you. Give you a round of applause. What are you guys drinking out there today? I have my coffee still from this morning. Now, I really wanted to make some cool charts here. And actually, I got this idea for this live today. I want to give some credits really quick to the person who gave me this idea. And I mean, this is something that I've been wanting to do, but he kind of beat me to the punch in a way of actually doing it. He says, you know what you should do? You should go ahead and, it was someone, I think it was on YouTube, Von Halen. Oh, it's like Van Halen. Von Halen, 6673. So I want to give you a special thanks for that. Give you a round of applause for that. I'm not doing exactly what he was saying, but I want to do another video with better graphics on this so you could really see. But it's turning the C.A.G.E.D system into dominant chords. And what you see here is I did make a little bit of a actually, let's go to here real quick. If you see this E minor chord shape, right, that we're playing the E minor pentatonic over. Well, if it's an E chord, E major, just make a dominant chord out of it. That's part of the C.A.G.E.D system. C.A.G.E.D. We're starting with the E chord. Make an E7. So over this E7 chord, we could play the blues in a blues context. We could play the minor pentatonic. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the major third in there, but I'm going to slide it in from the minor second like this. So in this position, so instead of just the 1 minor third, 4th, 5th, 7th, and once again, 1 minor third, 4th, 5th, 7th, we're going to take the 1 minor third, slide it into the major third. So you have that. Then the 4th as well, the 5th, 7th, and the octave. So there you have your 7 chord right here. Same thing here. There's your dominant 7 chord. So it's really, really cool, and it's something that, you know, that we use a lot in our playing. You know, if it's just jamming on an E chord, just like this, you know, this little vamp that we're doing right here. So any questions about this stuff, please let me know. It'd be very, very cool. So I do have this right here, these graphs, and if you want a PDF of these basic graphs right here, send me an email at info@Cherry. Just ask me for these graphs, and I'll shoot them over to you. But I'm using what I have today, basically, and hopefully this will help a little bit. But here is the minor pentatonic scale in this position. But in the context of a blues, you know, we're playing over an E7 chord right there. So I'm just going to take all of those thirds that are in there and just bend them up, or actually slide up. And that's the trick that all the blues masters use. So that I'm true to the title of this video here. So nobody can go, you know what? You tricked me into watching what the blues masters do and you didn't do it. Well, I am doing it. So you take that third note, the E, the third, and you just add all the thirds in there. So if you have a loop that's like an E backing track right here, sounds like this. You just go ahead and have some fun with it. Just taking those G's, slide it into a G sharp. And a cool lick that I like to do over all these, and I'll do this over every position, is to utilize, I mean, you only have 5 notes in here, 6 if you incorporate that major and minor third. But a pretty cool lick that I always do is you'll emphasize the 4th, which is the A right here, which is the 2nd fret on the G string. Hit the 4th, then hit the open G, and then slide into the G sharp. And then hit like an open E or the E down here. Do it down the octave. That's in the next position, which is really cool, which brings us to the next position here, which is this next pentatonic position, which I call, it would be technically a D shape. So here's a D chord, right? If you have this D, you slide it right up to, let's just make this bigger over here. Here's a D chord. If you played it up here, that's a D shape, but it's a D chord. Drop that 7th and you have a E7 chord. So the whole shape would be like this. That's the D shape right there. And you want to kind of emphasize making that a dominant chord. So you just make it major first of all. Be down here actually, sorry. That was the minor. Just like you would a D chord here. You put your thumb here, you're sliding it all up. Playing the 3rd right there. And here's the 7th. And the shape right here. So within that position, we could play this scale, this pentatonic scale. Which is kind of like the BB box. It's what a lot of people do when they're playing in E. They'll play up here. Now I'm taking that 3rd, which is the top note up there, and I'm sliding it up to the G sharp. So I'm playing the cool licks that you know and love, but in this different position. The 2nd position, which like... Once again, I'm doing that. I'm sliding it into 3rd. Which is pretty cool. Same thing here. Jeffrey Boyle. So let's go ahead and have some fun and play a little bit over here. So here's the E minor pentatonic scale in the 2nd position right here. Right, and we can play the same thing here. But you want to move it all the way up the fretboard, taking it to the 2nd shape. I'm going to take all of those G's and I'm going to slide them into a G sharp. Here's one at the top. Oops. the dominant chord shape in here. Right there. See it up here. A.C.D. No, A.D.C. guitar. Sorry, that's my dyslexia kicking in, which I'm not really dyslexic. Sometimes. So thank you very much. So hopefully that helps with moving around the fretboard in here. If you're enjoying this video so far, please hit that like button. So check this out. Now we'll go to something cool too. We'll get out of this and we'll go into this other position. It's the third pentatonic position. And I'm trying to keep the same fingerings here. You know, just keep it pretty strict. I mean, you don't have to. But I'm just using these shapes. My 2, my 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, then switching to 1, 4, 1, 3. You could just switch and play any finger. Whatever's more comfortable, but it's good to be disciplined with that, so you can build up the strength in all of your fingers here. And if I was to play over this loop like this, I would, you know, utilize those thirds again. There's none in this first group right here, but in the second, you have the E on the A string, 7th fret. That next note is G, so you can just slide up to G minor. I mean G sharp. And then there's the 4th, the A. And here's the chord right here inside here. It's a C shape. So if you had a C chord like this, we slid that all the way up, all the way to the E. Just like that. There you have that shape right there. Well, here's the pentatonic shape that matches it. So you make a dominant chord out of that, just dropping the E to a D right here. Then you have this pentatonic position right here. So if you see this dominant chord inside there, it's really, really helpful to see the E dominant 7 chord. See the C shape inside there. Make it a dominant chord. So when you're playing this pentatonic thing, position, you'll see all the thirds in there. So I'm utilizing the thirds and the fourths right there. So I'm going just like I did down here at the beginning. Doing the same riff up here. Same thing as here. So it's the same lick that you're just doing in different, and it sounds a little different. A little tougher down here. You have that lower E ringing in. Plus, if you're switching to the next chord, you're right there in the A shape if you're going to the 4 chord. Check it out. So it's really beneficial. A. One of the benefits of knowing that trick everywhere, sliding the third, the minor third into the major third. Same thing up here. Taking the fourth, sliding the third into the minor third into the third. You could even leave the fourth out. Just go right to the fifth. But I like to utilizing the fourth because it's a chromatic thing. Pretty cool. So any questions about this stuff, let me know. We're drinking some good coffee, getting a little wired here. Jeff Beck wired. I get all kinds of crazy comments on my YouTube channel. I got one just now before, and it was when I did a Van Halen, I did Eruption, and so I got a comment. It was all in Chinese, just like the whole thing's Chinese. I'm like, oh, who knows what this is going to be? But it's pretty good because you have the translation. So I kick on that C translation, and it says, "You look like Steve Vai." It's like, okay, well, you know, I've been definitely called worse, you know. But it's funny. So yeah. So let's go down here to the next one. We're just going through these 5 shapes, and I wish I had the proper charts so that I could I like to put the chart along with the chord shape. That's very helpful. I found that a lot of people like that too. But if you check out this starting on the 7th fret, right here, well, not that chord, but the E chord, like up here, the pentatonic position up here, which is the 4th pentatonic position. It really fits this A shape. If you know what the A shape is, it's kind of like, here's an A, right? A chord. Just tune to that. You have an A chord like that, right? You slid it all the way up. You have the E chord, but it's the shape of an A. That's why we call it an A shape. That's all it is C.A.G.E.D system. It's just the names of how we could, make some sense out of all this craziness. So it's an A shape, and it's right in there. If you look at that, you'll see, starting on the A string, that E note, you have that A chord in there, although this is a minor pentatonic, so it's really going to be like that. But it's still an E, it's still an A shape. Even even if that was an A minor down here, same thing up here in E. And you have that. But once again, we're going to take all those minor thirds and going to slide it into a major third. I got some like fast fret on here from my show the other day. And when you don't need it, it still lingers on there and it makes it a little weird. So it's hard to slide with my pinky. So if it winds up not really working out, I'm blaming the fast fret, which is not so fast after all. Or finger E's, that's what it is, not fast fret. That's the old stuff I used to use. Finger E's. I should call it finger not E's. So. See, I'm using that same lick in this position. I'm taking the third, one minor third, major third, fourth, fifth. Pretty cool right there. I mean, we're doing it right here, the same lick, but man, you know, how often do you do it over there in that position? And up here, you might play this lick a lot. That's all that it is right there. All that is sliding the minor third into the third. It's the dominant 7. Jeffrey Boyle, The Fall, I'm Totally Wired. It is The Fall, Totally Wired. Pretty cool. So let's do this little loop right here in this fourth minor. In the chord, you already said that, but here's the E dominant 7 chord within there. It's good to see this chord, just like it's good to see it here. It's good to see it here, here. Good to see it here. So you got this one. You got this one. You got this one. Now you have this one. I'm seeing this chord here because when I'm playing these shapes, which is wherever it is, can't find that. I'm seeing this pentatonic. I'm able to target the minor third into the third easily, or as easy as it could be on any particular day. E dominant chord like this. Pretty cool. We got one more shape left. Hopefully you're enjoying this so far. Hopefully you had a great weekend. We're here on Monday because we couldn't go on Sunday yesterday, but we do it when we can. Right? If we don't do it on Sunday, do it on Monday. If we can't do it on Monday, we'll do it on Tuesday. And that's how it kind of works, just like that. But this is episode 196. So that means that in a couple weeks, let's see, it'll be, what's 4 years? That's 52 times 4 is 208. So it's 196. So we have, what is that, 8 minus 4, so about 12. So 12 more weeks before it's 4 years. That's the long math. I'm sure there's like an easier way. The kids today would have been right on it. So, okay, so we'll go down here to this, this last shape here. I don't know how much we all use this last one, but it's cool. It's the one right behind the one that we normally use, and it's the 5th position. Pretty cool shape, and I think that it matches the G shape well. So if you took like the G chord in here, like a G chord like this, G chord, basic G chord. You made it a G7, play it like this, drop to an F, the G to an F. Like that. You take this G chord, either way, if you just slid it all the way up to here, to an E, now you have an E chord. But it looks like a G, but it's way up here. Right, if you took this, say it's up here, move it all the way up to here, you have an E chord. Right here, with the shape of a G. So if I'm picturing that, or make it a dominant chord, it's more like this. I guess I'm just playing the D note, the 7th degree. Same thing as it was here. Or that C.A.G.E.D song. Something like that. I won't play that because now I just got a copyright claim. But down here, same thing here. Oops. Here's that scale. So we'll take the thirds and we'll just move them up, just like we've been doing right here. Take this, here's the root. Here's the third, minor third. Move it up to a major third. Here's the 4th. Here's the 5th. Here's that lick we've been doing. I'm utilizing those 4ths. Or here's the 5th. Just sliding it in, the minor third to the major third. 7th. Pretty cool. Let's just try that over the riff, over the progression here. Back to the top. All right, pretty fun stuff. Just rolling right back to where we started, to the top one. So hopefully you're enjoying this. We got a couple more minutes here. We're rocking, playing some blues. Doing one simple little trick here, but we're doing it all over the neck, and we're matching the minor pentatonic to the C.A.G.E.D system chords, simply using the 5 shapes of the minor pentatonic, and it's allowing you to play all over the neck, playing the same licks, basically. You can come up with some different licks all over there too, but the main thing I wanted to focus on is just playing that pentatonic scale and just emphasizing the minor third into the third while picturing that chord shape that's in there, because I think that's very important too and very helpful. So let me know if you're enjoying this. Let me know if you have any questions about any of this stuff, and also let me know if you have any ideas for any future lesson. Just like I was saying, I got this idea from M. Von Hollier, M. Von Hollen, 6673 from YouTube. It was a comment left on my last week's video, and pretty cool of him to, or her, I'm not even quite sure, probably him, because it looks like Mr., but it's just the letter M, could be Miss, what do I know? So I'm not even going there. So all right, so we're having some fun, we're rocking out here today on a Monday. Got a couple more minutes. I think what I'd like to do is maybe just go through this one more time, right from the first position up to the last position. Make sure we got a good solid E7 chord here. Just like that. So I'm picturing this E7 chord like this. Then I have this next E7, which is the D shape. So this is the E shape, which is perfect because it's an E chord. But here's the D shape. D shape chord. and I'm just going to drop and make sure I play the D note in there. So now I have an E7 up here, E7 down here. I mean, how often do you do that? I don't know. Maybe never. But you have that chord right there. So when you're down here, I'm playing this familiar. But I'm going to take those thirds, the minor thirds, I'm going to slide them up. Just like that, just adding a little twist to the minor pentatonic. In this D shape, same idea, but I'm going to play this next position. I'm going to just take all those G notes, I'm going to slide them in there too. Pretty cool there too. Then we'll move it up one more to here, to a C shape. Make it a C dot to a C shape E chord. Make it an E7 chord. And we'll play that third position. We're going to take that G once again. Make it a major while playing the minor pentatonic. Let's check it out. Same shape. I mean, you might find yourself playing in this area. Why would I want to go down here or up here to play that minor pentatonic? I'll just play it right here. Here. See that next shape. Hello, Finny. Good to see you, Jerry. Thanks for all you do. That is definitely worth highlighting, and you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Thanks for all you do as well. Very, very kind of you. I'm just taking those G's as well. Making a major. Last but not least, this G shape. That's an E chord. Make it a 7th. And here. And then back to the top again. I mean, it's like, kind of like a hybrid thing. I mean, I'm trying to keep it just those notes. But technically, you could add a bunch of them. You could add the blues note. You could add the 6th. But we don't want to put too much, because sometimes, you know, it's all about what you don't play. And I think it's fun just to play it simple and just focus on the one trick, and that's just taking the minor third into the third. It sounds great, just like that. It's enough. I don't need to add the 6th. I don't need to add the blues note all the time. Just kind of go. So, one more time, I'll run through all these shapes, and I'll put on this camera right here so you can see maybe a little close up what I'm doing through the shapes. shape into the G shape. To the top. All right. So we went off the deep end a little bit, and but we're having some fun. We're playing some blues. All right, Clarence, that's some tasty playing, Jerry. Sounds like a blues master. Well, don't get me wrong here. When I say what all the blues masters use, that's what the blues masters use. I'm trying to find out myself, along with you. I know they use this. No claim to being any kind of master at anything. I'm just trying my best to to play, like we all are, right there. And the never-ending discovery of playing. So thank you very much for that. All right, Finney, this is exactly what I needed today. Very, very cool. All right, so we had some fun today. Any questions about that? Let me know now. We got a few more minutes. We'll wrap it up. Or leave a comment if you're watching later on at any other point in time. Any ideas, any thoughts, gripes, anything. Any ideas for future lessons? Because like I was saying, I got this idea from Van Hollen. Left the comments on last week's video that I did. And so yeah, I'm here to do all kinds of stuff for you. And this is very beneficial for me because I love it's waking up, preparing for this. It really, it gets me playing, it gets me motivated, it gets me constantly learning as well. And it's funny because basically all I'm really doing on this channel for the most part here is I'm learning myself, I'm playing, and I'm showing, and hopefully I'm helping you guys too. And I'm really grateful that you come along for the ride with me. And this never-ending journey we have here of guitar playing. So more blues, please. All right. And so we could take this, I would say the next thing, once you know all this stuff, take it to the 4-chord, Take it to the 4-chord, because after a while, you're going to go. Right? And just take all that same stuff over the A. Back into the E. Into the D. To the A. To the E. Stuff like so. It's the same thing. You learn all this stuff in E, all over the neck, with the C.A.G.E.D chords, dominant versions of the C.A.G.E.D system, sevenths, 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 and you're just you're accenting or accentuating or searching for the thirds and the sevenths, because it really leads nicely to like that. So more blues. So it's really cool. So, practice one chord at a time and then take it into the 4-chord, take it into the 5 chords. It's the same scale. That's the beauty of this pentatonic shape by taking the minor third into the third. Like you couldn't really play the A minor pentatonic over the 4-chord. It would just sound when you have this chord, you want to go. Back to the, or take her, instead of sliding it, you could bend it up. To the B. You don't want to play the minor pentatonic here. I mean, you could. It depends on how you feel and how it sounds to you. But technically, it's more of the minor third into the third. All right, fun stuff. Thank you very much. All right, so once again, if you want a PDF, I'm going to put it together. Correct, I'm going to put the 5 pentatonic positions and the matching chord dominant C.A.G.E.D chord shape right next to each other like I did last week, and I'm going to make a PDF out of that. If you want that, I'm going to try to get that as soon as I can, but I will get it, and I'll email it to you. info@Cherry. So check that out. And, I will mention real quick, I do have a guitar course. It's called the Essential Skills Collection for Guitar. And I go over 4 things. Fretboard memorization. There's a couple videos on that where we just find a way to easily access the fretboard. The circle of fifths, which is very helpful in finding out all the chords you could play in a certain key. Blues soloing, which I do stuff similar to this, and there's all kinds of backing tracks in there. And there was a fourth part that I added recently, and it's the C.A.G.E.D system using 2-5-1 progression. So check that out. There's a link in the description for that. I'd appreciate that. It's only like $9.99 for this course, and I'm constantly adding to it. Not constantly, but I will be, just like I added this last one. You'll never pay like another penny for that in your life. So check that out in the description. And I'm gonna make that PDF for you. Just email me if you like that. That would be great. Clarence says it would be great for me as well too. So I'll send that out to you. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you very much. And remember, I love you guys, first of all. Clarence, Finney, all you guys for hanging out. Jeffrey Boyle, really appreciate ADC Guitar. I'm going to change my channel to Dyslexic Guitar. Not making fun of dyslexia, but just because I am partially dyslexic at times. At least that's what I feel. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me here today on a special Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Remember, be cool, be kind, be cherry. And if you want to see another video similar to this that I did last week, where I matched the minor C.A.G.E.D chords with the minor pentatonic, I'll put that up there for you. I love you guys. Have a great week, and I will see you soon. Peace.